Today, we are going to discuss how to clean the green way and why it's important to do so, not just for our physical and emotional health, but also for the health of our environment and our homes. Please welcome Holly Davis from Clean Fresh Living. Holly, thank you so much for showing us these.
Thank you, Leanne.
You've got some amazing information. I've been to your site, cleanfreshliving.com, and you've got some fabulous info.
Well, thanks.
Now, not only do you do that, you also blog on
D-Moms Daily.
There you go.
It's the D Magazine blog.
Okay.
So
terrific. Tell us how you got started in really being so active and why it's important to get rid of chemicals and clean a healthy way.
Well, like so many people, after I had my first child, I kind of looked at the world in a different way. And I saw my little son on the ground so close to whatever was there, and I started rethinking carpeting and dirt, chemicals, and things like that. So that's really what initiated me.
Because babies are picking everything up and just putting it in their mouth. And
they are, and they're so much more sensitive to everything in our environment. And they also ingest a lot more, as we all know. The 5-second rule is
not a 5-second rule.
It's not a 5-second rule. So.
Okay, so what do you have here today that you want to show us? What's a healthy way to clean?
Well, first of all, I always like to tell clients to start with cleaning their air.
Okay, the air in their home.
That's right, because our indoor air is like 7 times more polluted than the outdoor air.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
So you think you're safer inside and it's actually more dangerous to stay in your home than to go outside?
Well, that can be true, but we can do some things to fix that.
Okay, what's the first thing we do?
Open the windows.
Oh, okay.
Right, so we want to get the fresh air in, and the idea is to keep the air circulating.
Okay.
So we don't want stagnant, dull air in the house, and we also want to let the sunshine in. So open those curtains, open those windows on nice days, and let the sunshine in. The other thing we want to do is take off our shoes at the door.
Ooh.
Right. We bring in arsenic and lead and different things from outdoors, indoors,
all
with
on
our
the
shoes.
on the bottom of our shoes.
Right. Or pollen during times like this, like it's spring.
It's spring, and you can't miss
Allergies.
walking through the pollen if you walk your dog or outside at all.
Right. So those are key things that we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is clean our air.
Okay.
And by doing so, we're cleaning our bodies, because whatever we inhale in our lungs enters our bloodstream and becomes part of us.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. The toxins that are actually you carry on the bottom of your shoes. I would have never thought about that. But I have an Asian friend who actually always takes his shoes off, and he has a pair of shoes that have never been worn outside, and he puts those shoes on when he gets inside.
So smart.
I'd never even thought about why he did it. I thought it was just a cultural thing.
Well, it needs to be part of every culture.
How interesting.
Right.
How interesting. Okay, now do you also recommend the filters that you can put over your vents that'll filter the air as it comes into your home?
Absolutely. Everybody can filter their air more easily by using HEPA filters.
Okay.
They're available, well, you can get them for your vacuum cleaners, but also for your air conditioning system and things like that. So It's just an easy fix. And also, if you can remember to set a timer or something on your phone to remind you on a certain date to keep them changed
to constantly
regularly.
change them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised what you pull out of there.
Oh, I can only imagine. Okay, so our air is clean. Next, we're going to talk about what? Surfaces?
Well, we're going to talk about cleaning products, because when we use toxic cleaning products in our home, then we increase our chances for asthma by 30 to 50%.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding?
No.
Just from one spray?
One spray once a week can increase your risk by 30 to 50%.
And I would imagine that most people who have asthma or feel like they've contracted asthma think it's the outside sources that are doing it.
They do, but all too frequently it's actually right there, and they're breathing it in their own home.
Wow.
Or office. It's important to note that these things can all apply to the office as well. So we have several things here. Our top offenders are commonly window cleaners and wood cleaners. So
I use Windex everywhere.
No more.
Oh no.
We must banish it from the kingdom forever.
Okay, because it's really unhealthy for me to...
It is.
Wow,
It
okay.
is. Because of the ammonia and other things, gas off. So that means that once it's sprayed onto a surface, even hours after you leave, chemicals actually release into the air, and then you can breathe it in.
And now all the clean air that we've cleaned is dirty again.
Right.
Okay, so this is a natural glass and surface cleaner.
It is. It's a great alternative, and I do like, both of these products are from Method. I do like these two products, although I don't use everything from Method from that line.
But you would endorse both of these?
I would. I absolutely do. That's why they're here.
I know. I love this. Okay, so now how would we go about using it? Will we use these products differently than we use, say, what we're normally using?
Well, you can use them the same. My only suggestion is that perhaps you use maybe sometimes newspaper or sales papers that you get and not use as much product. The ink in the newspaper actually will clean the glass really well, and it doesn't smear and smudge.
Okay.
And you want to use a lint-free towel instead of using paper towels, which are trees. We need to remember that they're trees. And the other thing is that I always suggest that we use things like microfiber towels.
Okay.
And these actually just clean the surface, and the dust attaches itself to that, so we like that. So instead of spreading it into the air, it's actually right here. And then we can wash these on like the allergy cycle or something like that on our washing machine.
So it just takes out all the impurities. Where can you find a microfiber
You can get them at any, like Target, Walmart, any place like that. I mean,
really?
Right now they probably even have them at the grocery store. And the other thing is too, is people think that they have to clean their wood furniture every single week with like an oil, and they really don't.
I'm guilty of that. I actually am, because I have a dog that likes to kind of walk on my dining room table.
Oh.
And I always feel like I need to oil wherever he's, walks so I can...
Well, and that's okay if you feel that way about your dining room table. But for the other pieces of furniture that maybe don't get so much traffic.
Traffic, yeah. Pet traffic.
Then all you need to do is just make sure that you wipe away the dust, because in the dust actually can be a lot of harmful things.
Is there a difference then on how often you would use this wood polish versus regular wood polish that I use on a weekly basis?
Well, it depends on where you are. If you have really dry air, if you're in Colorado, for example, and have very dry air,
and your wood's drying
out,
out,
right, then you're going to need a little bit more. And you're going to need to use it more often to keep the moisture in your wood, because that's really what furniture polish is about. You can clean it with this.
But this is just to moisturize and to take care of your wood.
Right. And it's also important to note that when you dust, if it sends dust into the air, that those particles sometimes have formaldehyde or lead or other dangerous toxins.
Okay.
So it might, if you have poor health, for example, it might be best for you to wear a mask, like a little white mask.
Clean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also gloves, and then something like this is fantastic to use on blinds.
Oh, how fun!
Blinds. And it just, these little fingers just pick it right up.
How cool! And then you can put your hand right in. You're not trying to figure out how to hold it.
Yeah,
that is so cool. And I imagine cats would.
I
imagine cats would love that too, right? I've learned so much today, Holly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leanne.
So if you want to make your home not only the cleanest place, but the healthiest place to be, make sure you go to Holly's website at cleanfreshliving.com. Thank you so much, Holly. This was fabulous.
Thank you, Leanne.
I love it.
Love being here.
Yeah. Love lemons.